Hey guys, we are back with another Saw review video. We got one more to go, and that's for tomorrow. And this one right here is the one by Greenworks from Amazon for $87.78, right? Or $78.87, whichever one it was. Link will be in the description below. What could I say about this one? Well, this one is a 10.5 amp, so this one sucks more power. Same thing with the 14-inch blade. Has the auto dripping. Says you don't need any tools. There's a little dial for it, so that's good. Greenworks. What can I say about Greenworks? Well, to me, Greenworks is kind of like the knockoff of Sunjoe, or the Sunjoe is a knockoff of Greenworks. Greenworks could be the knockoff of Harbor Freight, or Harbor Freight's a knockoff of Greenworks. If I'm not mistaken, this one is like one of those kind of like cheapo shit ones, even though it's more money. That, or I'm thinking of like Sunjoe. Sunjoe's not bad. I had a couple things from Sunjoe. They never lasted long. They're half the price of other things. I had a pole saw from them for cutting tree limbs. It was great. And their biggest selling point is that not only is it cheaper, but it comes with more power and the pole is longer. Yeah, that's a great selling point. But it didn't last long. I don't know how much uses I got out of it, but I got the uses I need for it. So here's the manual. We don't need that crap. Just like normal. Pull this thing out of here. Extra freaking cardboard. And you people love your cardboard, man. It's because they did away with styrofoam. That's why. Styrofoam was great, except it gets all over the place. All right, so this one has got let's see here, another plastic shield that does absolutely nothing great. Okay, this one's, the blades are actually really strange looking on here. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys could see the teeth pattern on here, so from here to here is a major gap, and then it's close, right? Let's see if you guys can see that. So I got a big gap here, and then they're close here, and then they're close here, and it kind of looks like it's like that again. It's on the bottom too, right? What's going on here? So between most of them is like 2 links. That one has 3. That's 2. That's 2. That's 2, that's 2, that's 2, that's 2, that's 2, and that's 2. Wow, this makes it really interesting. Huh. I wonder if that's like a defect, because what's strange is if you look at the teeth, right? So between each blade, you have like little bumps and ridges until you get to like here, and then you have literally nothing, and it's flat for here and here. Then you got a ridge, and then a blade, and then there's a little ridge, blade, So I don't know if that's just me noticing that the first time with a blade, being it's on top, but okay. Alright, so weight test. Was it as heavy as the Crapworks yesterday? No, it's a moderate weight. It's not really too heavy, it's not too light. It's a little more heavier, I would say, than the Craftsman, but not really by much. Let's see, it's got the regular plug here. It's got the fill on this side. It's got that little push button here where the trigger is. Fill this up. That's good. Don't really need too much. We're not going to be cutting a lot, so there we go. It's on a string. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Oh, for some reason I can never get caps back on. Let's see. It's got the handle. Obviously, handle's not bad. It's got the big guard on it. It's got metal biters and stuff on it right here where it bites the wood. Some of the other ones had plastic. Not that it really matters. Alright, let's see. Alright, well, that's what could I say about this one. I don't know. Let's go inside the shed to find out. Let's go! So, we're using the pallet from yesterday that obviously I didn't finish. So we're just going to continue off of that pallet. See if I can get lucky today with some camera. I realize if I left the shed door open, you guys can see better. I got to notice on my second video. I don't know why. On the first video when I was trying to film, there was this bad glare, and I keep seeing it on the camera, and it was driving me nuts. So, move the door open so you guys can see. Okay, we plug in. The saw slides away from me. Grab our handy dandy glovers. McGlovin to find a chainsaw, man. That's it. Oh yeah. It's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get interesting because as I cut, I'm gonna lose my top brace bar, obviously. So we're not gonna start with the top. We're gonna work our way from the middle down. At least it fits into here nice. That's good. Okay. Try not to hit anything when we start off. All right. Has power. Let's try it. I didn't really check it, but the chain has got some looseness to it. So I'm just going to turn it just a hair. I don't know, it's got a little looseness to it. What was that I was tightening? Oh, this is the chain. This is the chain tightener. Just give a little extra turn. Alright. Well, it definitely cuts fast. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely got some speed behind it. But got like a almost like that burnt motor smell coming out of this thing. And when I'm cutting, that's all I'm smelling because the exhaust is right by me. Definitely pulls out not bad, you know, a little bite here and there, but that's going to be normal with anything. I'm seeing that I'm trying to figure out what it is. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. But like while I'm cutting, and I'm nowhere near anything metal or nails, I'm seeing sparks around the blade. Man, that's got some odor to it. Whew, fucking thing stinks. Now I don't know if it's just because it's not even like that new smell. Like I've been experienced with electric items my whole life. So a lot of the RC cars I used to deal with when I was younger, you know, I knew there was like that smell of like new electric. Electric's always going to have a smell to it. You know, it's going to have a certain smell to it. But this has like that burnt sulfur motor smell, which is kind of strange right off the bat. You know, it could just be the way that tool is, and it's just kind of giving off a weird odor for some weird reason, or there's actually something more to it. So I'm going to try doing my little free cut shit on it, see if I can safely free cut. Maybe. Maybe. Over there. Grab you guys. Stick you down in the danger zone. Stick you there and then figure out the camera angle. Alright, so there's the board. Alright. We got the top one and the bottom one. So let's see if I could just now. I like sometimes cutting just on the tip, so see if I could balance it nice. Push the button in. You know, I questioned a lot of things when I first started this chainsaw off, but that was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It was very smooth. You know, the blade, the way the blades were on it was kind of like deterring me. I wasn't sure if that was a manufacturing defect or lack of intelligence. It's a little tough one to cut because I had to do that. Come here. Let's try that. Lightweight on the wood. Alright. Running out of bucket space. Oh man. Pallet hunting this weekend. Amongst 8 million other things. So if you're looking for a chainsaw to do some ice sculpting, I would say this is definitely one for that. I didn't think I could actually find something to beat a Craftsman, and I know I kind of started off the video with this thing with a little bit of what's that fancy word that everybody uses when they're discriminating against, but they're not discriminating. Yeah, I guess a little discrimination against it by its name. Trying to figure out if it's a knockoff or something's a knockoff of it. Not too bad, I ain't gonna lie. So obviously, yes, they'll be yet to fix the wiring issue. Whew. So that wasn't too bad, I'm not gonna lie. The more power, it definitely cuts so much faster. So much faster. For the weight of the chainsaw, I would say I'd give it about a 7. Because it's got a little weight to it, but it's nothing crazy. The blade on it, it cuts really good. The extra power really helps with it. The smell coming out of it kind of deters me a little bit. I'd give the blade like a 10. And the way it cuts, definitely a 10. I feel comfortable using it. The smell coming out of the motor kind of gives me like a 4. Could be just a new smell type of thing, and it's just nothing to worry about. But it does have, you know, a strong odor coming out of it, and it's not even just me sticking my face against it. You know, just holding it, I could smell it. Didn't give me a headache, but I got a little headache. But it's also been a long day. There's other things piled on top of it. Worked out of the box, it's a 10. The blade tightness, I didn't check it beforehand, I should have. But it seems like it stayed tight. You know, might need a little tightening more, but you know, that's something as you go along. The Craftsman obviously stayed tight, you know, through the whole thing. So it looks like it might need a little bit more tightening. So almost every pallet, you know, tighten it again. Let's see, what else could I say? I'm trying to think. It's definitely in the running to keep. It's definitely in the running to keep. I like how fast it is and how fast it cuts. So, you know, most likely I would keep that one in the Craftsman, because the Craftsman, you know, seems to have, basically, I've had no issues with it, you know, since the day I used it. I don't use it for one pallet, so we don't know how long it's going to last for. But, you know, so far, that one I had, you know, basically absolutely no issues for. I liked it. It was a little bit definitely slower. That one I think was an 8 amp and this one is like a 10.5 amp, so this one's got more power than that one does. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong. I know this is a 10.5. Well, let's just go take a look. 8 amp, yes. Craftsman is a 8 amp saw, and this one was a 10.5 amp. So it's definitely more power, and it's, you know, it wasn't jumping around like the one yesterday. The only time it jumped around for me now was just because of the way I was cutting, and I didn't have anything really, you know, solid going. So what I would say with it, if you're looking for a chainsaw to do ice sculpting, probably a good chainsaw for it. Just don't get you know, power cord wet. For cutting the pallets, it did a phenomenal job. It cut them really quick and easy. There was no fighting with it. It did some nice free cutting and stuff where I didn't have to worry about this chainsaw flying around. The blade wasn't jumping around on me. Might need like a little bit of a tightening almost every time. You know, if you are using it for pallets, every pallet, just give it a little turn. Keep an eye on, you know, I would say the smell of it, but if the thing lasts for a while, then I can ignore the smell because the speed really is nice. You know, you can get your work done faster, but sometimes speed kills. So maybe too much power might kill it quicker. You know, maybe because it has more power, maybe that's why it's got the smell. Don't really know. Don't know the longevity of it yet. But I would say definitely that one and the Craftsman are running neck and neck. The only difference that I would say is that this one just cuts faster, and the Craftsman cuts slower, but it's smoother than this one. And that's really about it for today's video. Guys, like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Comment below. I love hearing from you. If you got any, you know, if you, any experience with this one or, you know, with other ones that you've used, you know, let me know. But I'm only just doing these ones, and then the last one tomorrow is the Makita for the nice $240 Makita. Hopefully that thing can cut great and it comes with a hot blonde. I don't know. So anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. I'm going to wrap everything up, and we are out of here. Later.